How are you, students? I am Mr. Murage, presenting to you a topic in biology. Last time we studied the absorption and the assimilation, that is utility of food in the body. For today, we now still want to follow up issues of the utility of what is taken in the body in form of studying about the vitamins, where they naturally come from, their uses, and should the body lack these vitamins, what problems develop, deficiency diseases. First, I want to put across that issues of vitamins, these are organic food substances needed in small quantities. And these food substances are the like of what I have here. I have carrots, that's a type of vitamin. I have some. We have berry fruits, the like of what I have here. We have tomatoes. We also have other fruits that I do not have here, like the citrus fruits and many others. And then we also have vitamins as a source of, not vitamins, these are vegetables. These foods are required in small quantities, and generally they are for the health growth of the body. Now, what is their exact role? Most vitamins facilitate the working of enzymes. We refer to them, vitamins are substances which act as coenzyme. If we recall the configuration of an enzyme has what we call specific sites, the active sites. So when we say that a vitamin is a coenzyme, it's like when you apply grease on a bearing so that it rolls or rotates better. So here, I would want us to imagine that we have a vitamin, like for example, vitamin A, attached onto an enzyme. This enzyme works better than if vitamin A was not there. In fact, some enzymes, the absence of vitamins, they don't work at all. So the function will fail almost completely. So that is generally the issue of vitamins. However, we wanted to trace the roles of these vitamins by knowing which vitamins are they. Where do they naturally come from? What is their use in the body? And what are the deficiency diseases that arise because we do not have them? Now here, I want us to draft some columns here. Vitamins, for the ease of understanding, there are two ways of naming vitamins. We can name them using the names or using letters. So we can have the name. For the ease of understanding, we have a letter, designation, which means the same as the name, and then the source. If you want that vitamin or those vitamins, where do you get them? Then we have their role, what they do in the body, and finally deficiency. deficiency diseases. Even before we go to specific ones, I would want to put across that these vitamins, when you use letters to name them, it is far much easier for you to remember. We start with vitamin A. Vitamin A, vitamin B, vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin E, and finally we have vitamin K. Those that are jumped like F, it's not there. But probably, through your research, you will come to know that there are those that may not have been discovered. I'm not saying that it's so definite that we do not have them. Then for B, we have B1, B2, B5, B12. These are the vitamin D. We call them complex. So when you want to remember vitamins, start by remembering them through the letters that are used to name them. So we start with vitamin A. Vitamin A is what is also known as retinol. Retinol. I think it is borrowed from the role that it does. Where does vitamin A come from? We have carrots here. The root tuber of a carrot is very rich in vitamin A. Then we have vegetables. And I think those foods are not that costly, neither very difficult to get. So we have carrots. We have generally vegetables. However, we also have animal products that give vitamin A. We have the liver. We have fish, especially the cod liver, or the oil of the fish we call cod. What is the role of vitamin A? Now, I will start by the role that is associated with this naming. Vitamin A normally enable sight or seeing at night. Because our eyes have two types of cells. There are those that are sensitive to strong light and those that are sensitive to the dim light at night. So, vitamin A enable cells, we call them rod cells, to become sensitive to light during the night, and therefore we can see better at night. In addition to that, the vitamin A is also important in boosting immunity. Suppose one does not have vitamin A. We have a condition we call night blindness. What do you mean by night blindness? Come the night time, you lose the ability to see. The patient I've come across, he used to see very well during the daytime, but he comes 6. Anytime darkness rooms in, the fellow could not see. Unless he is held the hand, and so it's a condition that can be amongst our people. We have the other vitamin we call vitamin B, and because there are many types of vitamin B, we shall look at them individually. We start with B1. B1 is also called thiamine. Thiamine. Where does it come from? We have this type of foods, polished, unpolished, cereals. I want to start with that one because that is the major source of these vitamin B complexes. What do we mean by unpolished cereals? We are referring to the tester of maize, the husk of wheat, husk of oats, and all those other type of cereals, even millet, sorghum, and all that. So when we eat the cereals that have their outer cover removed, then you are eating food that doesn't have vitamin B1. And as we are going to realize, these cereals are also rich in all these other vitamins. Therefore, it's a very important source. In addition to that, we have groundnuts. Groundnuts are also a source of this vitamin. For the animals, we have the liver and the kidney. I have not exhausted the list, but at least I'm mentioning those that are very commonly available in our surroundings. What is the role of vitamin B1? It is needed for cell respiration. Cell respiration. Respiration is that reaction in the body that gives us energy to go up, and it's also needed for proper growth. Proper growth. What would happen should one lack vitamin B1? We have a disease condition we call beriberi. A disease condition we call beriberi, which is characterized by the what we call wasting of muscles and the swelling of the feet and the legs. So, the characteristic of this one, we have wasting muscles. That is, your muscles, your meat start wearing out. Generally you appear like you are degenerating instead of growing strong. Then we have B2. So, before we move to other B's, generally, when you understand B1 properly, it will be very easy for us to understand the others, because the same food substances and polished cereals, the liver, kidneys, groundnuts, will feature prominently in the others. And therefore, let's ensure that we eat these types of food, particularly when they are raw. And I tend to think that the reason why wild animals are more stronger and more healthier than human beings is because they do not need to cook tomatoes, neither do they need to cook these. Rabbits will eat them fresh, and therefore they remain more healthier than we are. So let's continue in the next lesson.